Hello and welcome to my channel. This is video number 2 on the Toyota RAV4 2003. We're working on 1AZ-FE engine. The main job on this engine is to replace the head gasket, replace the timing chain, replace the front and rear engine seal. Today, I will demonstrate to you how to remove the oil pan. To remove the oil pan, I will show you how to drain all the oil out of the engine. I will show you how to remove the oil filter. I will show you how to loosen up the front exhaust pipe. This is crucial to be able to gain access to all the bolts and nuts that hold that oil pan in place. Once we do that, we will remove a total of 12 bolts and 2 nuts that hold that oil pan in place. After that, I will show you how to remove the crankshaft pulley. And lastly, we will drain the power steering fluid so we can remove the power steering pump. To do so, we will remove the bolt that holds the suction hose on the back of the power steering pump using a 12mm socket. When we do so, we will be able to move that hose out of the way and all that power steering fluid is going to drain out. And then we're going to gain access to a banjo bolt that sits behind it that attaches the high pressure power steering fluid hose. Then we will remove that banjo bolt and that will basically drain all the power steering that is contained on the power steering pump. To drain the oil, you will need a 14mm socket, or you can use also a 14mm wrench, a ratchet. It could be a 1/2-inch drive or a 3/8 drive. You'll need oil filter pliers to remove the oil filter. And of course, you'll need to place a drip pan under the plug so you can collect all that oil. Next step is we'll drop the oil pan. To do so, we need a drip pan and we need a 14mm socket. Loosen it up. Like so. Next, we will remove the oil filter. I like to keep it organized, so I take my drain plug and put it right on the magnetic tray. Next, I will take the old oil, put it in a container so I can return it back to the store and it can be recycled. To loosen up the front exhaust pipe, you will need a 14mm socket on a ratchet or impact driver. The idea is to be able to push the front exhaust pipe enough to gain full access to the oil pan bolts. I place both of them in the magnetic tray so I don't lose them. The red arrow points to the front of the engine or the passenger side. In green you will see all the threads where the bolts go, and in yellow are the two places where the nuts will go. All these can be removed using a 10mm socket. Here I'm getting the bolts that are exposed and are easy to get. These bolts are towards the front of the car and also towards the passenger side. These bolts and nuts are small. Please make sure you place them somewhere safe. With the loosened up front exhaust pipe, I'm able to push it and go straight on the bolts towards the driver's side. This will also help when reinstalling the oil pan. Remove the rest of the bolts and nuts. Notice how I left the drain plug or put it back again. This is because not all the oil that is in the engine will drain out when you take the drain plug off. So you want to put it back in order to prevent a spill. Using a flat and narrow prying tool, separate the oil pan from the bottom of the engine block. Be gentle and work your way around the edges until it completely comes off. From here, once the pan is removed, you'll be able to see the oil pump and the dipstick sticking out. And you can also see how much oil was still left in the oil pan. Now I will proceed to put it in a container so I can have it recycled. To remove the crankshaft, you'll need a 19mm socket, a 1/2-inch drive impact, and a small pry bar. I had to replace the battery since it didn't have enough juice. It was only at 1 bar. Now to remove the crankshaft pulley, 19mm socket, 1/2-inch drive impact. To drain the power steering fluid before removing the pump, you will need a 1/4-inch drive ratchet, a 1/4-inch swivel 12mm socket, a 1/4-inch drive, preferably a 6-inch extension, an 11/16 socket, and a 3/8 swivel head short ratchet preferably. If your swivel is not stationary, it moves all over the place, I would suggest inserting an O-ring to make it easier, and this will make it stay in one position. First, I will remove this 12mm bolt, pull this hose out so I can access the banjo bolt that is right on the back. I use a 12mm socket and a swivel head to be able to get there. These bolts don't have too much torque on them, so they're easy to loosen up. Right there. There is an O-ring that prevents this from leaking. Once I pull this out, there will be fluid coming down, so I position my drip pan already. There we go. Right on my drip pan. Now I can move this away and be able to access the other bolt that is right in the back. So I don't lose this bolt, I reposition it back where it was at. Right there. Now from here I'm able to move the hose, and here is the banjo bolt that I need to address now. To do so, I use a little 3/8 drive ratchet with a swivel head, kind of like a stubby type of ratchet that it fits in here. My 11/16 socket is already on the banjo bolt, and we are ready to proceed and loosen up that bolt. Here you can see that I already positioned my stubby ratchet in there, the socket in, and now I had to loosen up. Ouch, that hurt. But it's loosened up already. Okay, here we go. get the bolt out. There. And this hose comes down here. And back there you can see there is a wiring harness connected to the power steering pump. Sitting right there. We'll need to do that one next. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoy it, please like and subscribe. Thank you.